Yo, I want to talk about to my guys, self-esteem. This is something that is taking a lot of men out of here. I know, I've been through it. That self-esteem, that self-doubt in your life that you feel as a young man, even in your 20s into your 30s, sometimes even in your 40s and 50s. A lot of men go through this. So don't play around and think that you're the only one that's actually dealing with this. Like self doubt, thinking that no one cares. A lot of us feel that way. A lot of us feel like we're just in a battle by ourselves. And a lot of times we are mentally because sometimes we really don't have people to really talk to like that. As men, we joke a lot. We don't take a lot of stuff serious, but we do take it serious. And it's weird because it's hard to gauge how us men actually feel. But as men, we know each other. We know that it's certain traits in other men that we have that we can see in other men that we like, yo, dude going through it. You can tell when you see somebody losing their cool all the time. I used to be that person. I still go through that. You can lose your cool easily if you got a lot on your mind and you don't have a let out. Only difference is I had people that I can talk to that can straighten me up. I'm not gonna say they're not gonna lay me out and cuss me out or anything, but I have cousins and friends that I'm able to talk to. And this is why I wanted to put this message out and talk to my guys. Because one thing I could say, when you going through it, you don't always have somebody to talk to. And just like I said, I had people to talk to, not always. Sometimes you got to be able to deal with your problems yourself. And having self-doubt is one of the reasons that's causing a lot of men to take themselves out of here. They think it's better to actually be going than to live here on earth. And I'm here to tell you, that's definitely not the way. But I know it's easy said than done. I know it's easy said than done because when I was around, I think around about maybe 22, 23, it was around there. I remember I was around about 22, 23. Can't quite remember how old I was, but I know I was around those ages. And I remember going through something financially, and I felt like this is the weird part. I felt like it was no way out. Crazy as it seems, I'm 44 now. But it's weird because I think back to that time and I'm like, how did I not know how to deal with stress and the level of anxiety that I was feeling at that time, and knowing how to deal with my money being at a certain place and trying to get out of a crunch of something of a bad decision that I made financially. And it was crazy because when I think back now, it make you understand why getting older and getting up the ladder in age, when you're in your late 30s or your 40s or 50s, you understand. I understand now why the older generation used to try to school the younger. So now I'm seeing, now being 44, why when you younger you think you know everything, but you find out that you don't. And what happens is you don't know how to deal with stress. And when you younger, if you're not dealing with chaos, you're not going to know how to deal with stress to the point where as though you're going to be able to understand and cope with how to get out of bad situations. This is why you're starting to see a lot of men today lashing out, taking people's lives when they frustrated. Like, think about it. This is one of the reasons why men are very, very important in the household. And if you don't have your dad around, oh man, my prayers go out to you, because I'm a father all day, and I can't see doing my son, putting him in a predicament where as though he's going to miss me if it's up to me. This is one of the reasons why when you have something to live for, you normally understand when it comes to keeping your cool. You have your mindset changes. Like any other time, like somebody can cut you off in traffic, you will look over And I remember those days of just pulling the window down and snapping to the point you like, yo, jump out the car. Now, as you get older, you like, yo, I'm not doing that. Somebody cut me off. What I do is I don't try to go cut them back off, because this is I used to think it was a young man's game. It's not. It's actually not a game. What happens is when you start playing a game like that, anything can happen. And you already know. If you watch the news, you see traffic wars where somebody end up letting off shots and someone end up not making it home. So in order to be consistent and helping yourself get through like what you're going through, what you're going to have to do is, so you can have self-insurance to know that you're going to be better, you're going to have to try to find ways to like leave. I'm not going to say you can just move out of your environment. I'm not dumb. I'm not going to be one of the people to say just move. Everybody can't just move. But you're going to have to change up the way you actually do your daily activities throughout the day. Like, it doesn't hurt. A lot of us got cars. You're going to have to take these drives. You're going to have to drive. You're going to have to drive by yourself. Go wherever you want to go. Hell, get up in the morning. I still do it. I pack lunch. I eat breakfast. I get a workout in. And then after I get my workout in, I pack my lunch. Like I already said, the lunch and everything is already packed up. But when I pack up, I'm packing my son's food too. And we riding out. And I ride out. We go all type of places. And sometimes it's an all-day event. Most of the time it's an all-day event. And what happens is when you out and you looking at things and you going places, you don't have to always take a long trip, because I know that costs money. And everybody, this ain't Instagram. Everybody can't go to Bali and Dubai and all these things. You can, but at the same time, we all got bills. And as a man talking to my other men out here, I'm not dumb. I ain't stupid. I'm not going to sit up there and talk about, look, if I got a crib, if I'm inside my apartment that I actually own right now, I can sit back and say, yo, I did this, you can do it. No, everybody can't do the same thing. Everybody don't have the same options. Everybody don't have the same income. Everybody don't have the same things stacked against them in a way where so they able to progress. Because if you're not making enough money, you're not going to be able to buy a home and be able to afford the luxuries of having a home. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna be real with you. Owning a home today is really not cut out to be all that it seems. Like, believe me, water heaters break. I done replaced the water heater maybe like 2 years ago. I now have to replace the other one. Other one went out. The other hot water heater for the other apartment. Yo, the electric bill. I just paid the electric bill. The reason why it's this high, I'm gonna tell you the price. $16.83. You heard me. $16.83. $1,600.83 for the apartment I'm in right now. The other apartment, which is the other one attached to this one, that was close to $600. If you add that up, that's what, 2,300. I can't add up right now. It's late in the evening. I had to pay that. Paid that yesterday. Reason why it was so high, I forgot about it. It's normal. A lot of us doing this. A lot of us are forgetting about certain bills. This is normal. Reason why it's normal is because we have a lot to deal with. We have a lot to overcome. We got groceries. I just went grocery shopping. This ain't a video to talk about how much I spend. I'm letting you know I am no different. I don't care how much I make. If I made millions, I wouldn't feel it. Most likely I wouldn't feel it. But I'm lying. Because if I had millions, you never know. I might feel it. You never know. Depends what you got. Remember, in most cases, when you a little backwards when it comes to finances and you're not too smart, you normally live at the means of your income, which means in society, you living above your means. Because if you're spending the income that you're making and you're not gaining anything in your savings to be able to invest, you actually living above your means, which means you spread thin. So I'm telling my guys right now, if you feeling self-doubt and you feeling like you don't measure up, I'm telling you right now, you better take your head and bang it into the wall till it start bleeding, till you knock some sense into yourself. Because I'm telling you right now, when you turn on Instagram, you seeing a lot of Jones talking about bomb. I gotta watch my mouth. I don't want my videos to get flagged or anything, but I want to be presentable. They calling men bums. They calling us, you're not making six figures. And what's funny is I'm 6 feet even, and I'm not a puny dude. You see, I work out. I got my own 2 vehicles. One of them went down. Was my truck. Oh, I love that thing. I love my truck. But think about it. The things that they ask for, you can have. But this is the problem. Just because you have it, you think I'm going to kill my peace after a separation, realizing how much I miss my peace? I'm here to tell y'all right now, you better not look at yourself in the mirror and think you're going to bend over backwards to pay another grown individual's bills when you're not even ahead. Number one rule today, this ain't back in the day. This ain't your grandparents. Your grandparents did not spend the bread that we spending today. If they say, yo, they held the whole house down, first off, that house didn't cost $300 and above. That's one thing. Number two, your grandma knew Pop had I'm not going to say they all had a family on the outside, but they had some things on the outside to make them be able to cope with life when they come home. This is one of the, look, man, I've been out here. And one of the things that I have learned in life is mind your damn business. Because I was about to say somebody's name. It's a person that's older than me. I looked up, I'm not going to say I looked at them as a dad, but they was older. And they was old enough to be my pop. And I ended up getting cool with them from my job of when I was a young boy. I was in my 20s. And I remember going out with this dude. And it sound crazy going out with him. We was all going out. It's a party we was going to. And we dressed up. Now, mind you, I'm going to tell you something. When you go out and you got to get dressed up and you're a young boy, dressing up used to be corny. To the point you like, man, I ain't putting that on. Yo, when you go out and get a suit that's tailored to your body and it's nicely fit. But remember, look at me now. I'm getting back in shape. And you can see I'm getting back, but you see I'm not like crazy, like I don't want to, see? So I'm getting back. But I was a lot slimmer, face a little bit more trimmer, and yo, man. It's a party that used to be downtown in Center City, and we used to be on the 52nd floor. And I'm gonna tell you, man, the Jones them things you pull up inside it was like a restaurant, but it wasn't a club. It was a special party that happens every 2 or 3 months. And man, you feel different about yourself when you dress up and you keep up on yourself. It will give you a sense of confidence to know that, yo, I understand now why when you present yourself in a better light, you look at yourself different. You not only look at yourself different, you feel different. This is why I want my guys to understand right now. And I'm telling you, this is a 44-year-old telling you this. And I'm still enjoying life. But one day I'm realizing now in life, when you get older, you do get smarter and wiser. In most cases you do, depending on what you got going on. Remember, no one older that have not achieved anything becomes smarter and wiser because they never accomplished anything. It's the people that accomplish stuff and lost that can give you so much wisdom. Because I used to think that you always have to be on top. Well, I'm going to tell you something. Being on top, a person can't really tell you they can't tell you what to do to get on top if they stay on top all the time. And I'm going to tell you why. Because in most cases, everybody can't stay on top. So The person that you can take a lot of advice from, take it with a grain of salt. Listen to me. I'm telling you, I have fell off a couple times. And you will feel like that it's the end. But it's not. So if you ever get to that point where you like, yo, I can't deal with this no more. No. Take yourself out of that environment, wherever you at, and do what I told you. Go do something. If it's late night, I don't know what you got going on. But I'm going to tell you this. I can't really give you advice if you're in a household with someone else. And that's the person that's giving you the chaos. I'm a firm believer, and I always operated this way since I was young. I always had my spot, and I never got my spot with a female. And I'm going to tell you why. They will cause so much ruckus and so much chaos to the point they know you have nowhere to go. And when you have nowhere to go, they will use that to their benefit. Trust and believe. I have never once had a female tell me to get out of their house. And it's a reason for that. Person is only confident to do something to you when you don't have a way out. So if you don't have a way out, you have to figure that out. But if you don't start off that way, you're going to be better off doing what you're doing now and then go towards getting your own. Because we are not in the old era where someone, senior citizen, can give you advice about getting married, settling down, having a kid, and living your life out happily ever after. I like to tell you right now, look at your circle and look at the people around you. Don't look at the older. Don't do that. Don't. A lot of us made mistakes looking at the older generation thinking we could take their advice. There's nothing wrong with taking their advice, but it depends on the age bracket. When you get somebody in their 50s and under, they're normally going through the stuff that you're going through because them times have not changed. I'm here along with the cell phones. I'm here along with the social media. I'm here along with all the bullish that goes on when it comes to child support, divorce, people going viral. Remember, I'm doing the same stuff that y'all doing, except I'm a lot older and wiser and was able to do that and get it out of my system. I understand that we want to watch social media and look like we can afford a Lambo. If you watch the social media right now, everybody look like they can afford a Lambo or a Benz. I'm here to tell you, there's a dude that had two 750s, two GSs. Damn, I had a lot of cars. Damn. Yeah, I had a lot of cars. I'm here to tell you right now, it is not all what it seems. It is not all fun. Because what they don't show you on social media is the repos. They don't show you these car notes. They don't show you that they actually don't own the car. And I am here to tell you, if you think you're going to buy the most expensive car that the bank can approve you for, when that car note come in and you not up there, like a high up there, to the point that car note, you don't feel it. The car note is one thing, but it's the insurance with it. I was 27. My 750, damn, it's crazy. This is weird. My 750 at the time, I'm 26, 27. That's probably about 27. Yeah, probably about 27. My car note, I remember the price. It was $749. $1 under 750. Yo, yeah. That not only was high, think about it. That's 750. No, 749 on the car note for this car. Mind you, it's an expensive car to upkeep. That's the one problem. I got the car. I decided to put staggered 22s on it. Dumb. So that's rims I just do on the car. Nice rims. But I remember young boy, I'm thinking I need to be up here. Mind you, it's the way of thinking. That money could have went to something else. to the point where as though I could have put that money to work and I would have been able to buy a Lambo later on. But the problem is instant gratification, self-doubt. When you don't have your morals and you're not screwed tight up here, you're going to end up going through what I went through as a young boy. It's what most of y'all going through right now. You want the hottest stuff. You want the latest stuff. You need the new phone. You need everything new. And you ain't proving nothing to nobody. Because what happens is when you buy all these things, this is one thing that nobody tells you. Oh, just before I go back to that story. When I paid that $749, that was not even including the insurance. My insurance was for something. For something. I can't remember the total price, but it was for something. So you look at $749 and $400 something dollars. I'm already damn near $1,100-1,200 in. Think about that. $1,200. $500 for a reasonable car. Listen to me. A reasonable, comfortable car with the car insurance paid would have took care of 4 car note and car insurance. $500. You think I'm lying? You tripping. That means y'all don't know the numbers. If you looking at me right now like, yo, how is that possible? That's because you're not understanding the value of the dollar and understand how much stuff costs. Stuff is only expensive because a lot of people is buying and buying and buying, and people are itching in their pockets right now to spend. So that's one of those things that, I get it. But I'm sorry, I bounce around a lot because when I'm thinking about something, it makes me want to go forward to tell you these things. But basically what I'm saying is when you're having that self-doubt, this is what makes you go to the point of overspending and buying things that you really should not be buying. Like, the dumbest thing I ever heard in my life was, if you got the money, spend it. You only live once. Well, true. But guess what? They not paying what you paying them. And then if they are, see how they living. Let somebody tell you these methods to life. If you got it, spend it. Let them show you how they living. I guarantee you don't want to live like them. Because I can tell you right now, the advice that I took from anybody that was around my age or younger, they normally ain't here no more living, or they probably locked up, or I don't know what happened to them. I don't. So I'm just telling you from just experiences. And my experiences are not that much different from yours, because especially as black men out here, and I can't speak to other cultures, but I'm pretty sure I watch the news and I'm around other cultures, and I'm gonna tell you something. Other cultures are going through the same stuff, the same similarities that we are going through. We are not the only ones going through when it comes to racist and being stopped. It's certain things that we go through that certain other cultures might not go through, but they go through their own battles too. I see how some of these families be treating some of these other cultures when they go outside the box. Like, think about that. Like, we might look at it like it's something small. That's small to us because we not going through it. One thing I learned in life that was very valuable when I started to have an understanding of other cultures. You don't need to know other people's cultures, but you need to have a little bit of an eye-opening look of what some of the things they go through. Because if you understand what some of these other cultures go through, you will understand that nobody is going to be with us, because everybody else have things going on too that they need to worry about. It's the same thing as you when you go outside and you see something happen to somebody and you think twice before you jump in, and you say to yourself, I think I'm going to pass on that. The cops going to have to stop that. It's not that you soft or you're a sucker. It's because if you ain't here to do for your kids or your family or whatever you're doing, no one is going to suffer but the people that love you. And if you're not paying attention, you'll notice when you see somebody jump into something and they're not here no more, the news flash real fast. This person, I forgot how they put it, but it's real quick. I remember seeing it a couple times, and I was like, damn. They said that like in maybe like 20 seconds, probably less than 20 seconds. They say a good Samaritan lost their life today protecting a woman or a lady that got attacked. Like, you know how they normally put it. They make them into a hero, but along with being a hero comes with no benefits. Can't nobody tell you. If you think it's a benefit and it's your morals, go ahead and do your thing. Go ahead. If you feel like you want to be Captain Save the World, go ahead and do your thing. But I'm going to tell you right now, you better think twice before you do something. Because one thing I learned in life, just growing up, being out into this world, being 44, I done did some things, and I also jumped in areas that I had no business. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm here to talk to you, but I'm going to tell you this. It's going to be a lot of you not going to be here tomorrow. If you call yourself trying to be the savior, you know, it depends. It depends what you're jumping into. You know, pick your battles wisely. I'm not here to tell you what not to do. And I don't want to see a comment to me saying I'm a sucker for not. I could be whatever you want. My son downstairs. If he ain't being touched, he not being harmed. My mom not being punched in the face. What am I gonna do? Because if I was to get a phone call right now, old me, and my mom say, yo, such and such smacked me and did this and that, my first instinct is to jump in the car and be a savior to my mom. But the me today, I know emotions run high with us as men. But I'm going to tell you another thing, too, that's going to make you kind of settle down with your emotions. When a person makes a phone call to you, after you settle down, calm yourself down, and you do not run out of the house all quick. Because when you run out and you act real fast towards a situation, it's going to turn out bad for you. Oh, thanks, dude. Oh, appreciate it, man. Still love you, man. Love you.
Can I get something?
What?
A candy?
All right, go ahead. All right, chill. I know it was something. I knew you was trying to butter daddy up for some candy, right?
Yeah.
All right, chill. I love you, dude. All right, don't close. Oh, my God. Somebody. But, damn, ain't that funny? I'm talking about this right now, and he comes walking in. It should make you question when somebody calls you, I don't care who it is, to put your life in harm's. Because if someone does something to somebody or something is done to a family member and they call you, you need to call them back. And this is what you need to ask. Why they screaming? Because normally your mom or your sister is going to be in a screaming match. Thinking you should be in the car right now on your way. Well, I'm going to tell you this. This is what you need to ask. Don't say nothing stupid like what you do. Nothing like that. Right away. You can say you're on your way. You ain't got to go. It's not life and death. This is what you do. Listen to me. Say, mom. And she started screaming. I know how moms are. This is how my mom is. I've been there. That's the part about life that taught me something. Was that a situation like that? That's what I'm telling you right now from my experience. I was like, Mom, come, Mom, Mom, can I talk? And she's screaming. And I said, Mom. And she's like, yes. And she's screaming, still screaming. But mind you, you got to get this out. You got to get this one question out. And you got to say it in a way that's like you're on your way there to be the savior. But you got to get their response. Mom, okay, I'm on my way. Mom, did you call the cops yet? Did you call the cops yet? You don't, you don't want to know what she said. No. So if she ain't called the cops yet, you go there and you do something to him. Cops gonna be there. Not to lock him up. Lock you up. That's why I tell you, a lot of us are dealing with energy of just being raised by moms, and it is hurting us. This is why I have to talk to my guys, my fellas, and I'm gonna keep putting these messages. I'm gonna keep on putting these messages out. It's different if I was just somebody just talking. I'm like, yo, I'm a father. I do this. I do that. I do this. And y'all be like, yo, this mother don't even have a kid. And it's funny you say that because if you've been watching my videos, you see my son is with me. We share households. He has 2 homes. A lot of times people say they live with their mom. He lives with his mom. He lived with his dad too. Got 2 homes. Got 2 bedrooms. A lot of us is comfortable with talking like that. I'm here to tell you, stop being comfortable talking like that. I want to start seeing my fellas out here saying, yo, I'm going home. And can't nobody reply to you and say, oh, you live with your girl? No, got my own. Have your own. It's going to be more beneficial to you today than it was 20 and 30 years ago. We are not our parents. This is a new world, a different type of breed, a different type of economy, a different kind of structure that we have today. Where there used to not be buildings, there are high rises now. Don't be stupid. Let's start moving smarter. Even with a bad temper, know how to walk away and not just walk away. It's easier to snap out. But to walk away, sometimes you might just have to go for a drive. Go for a drive and start to think. Once you start to think, you start to understand. People are putting you in bad predicaments. And they don't even put themselves in them. So, hey man, peace. And I'm showing love to you. You know what I mean? Show love back. Hey man, like and subscribe. And hey, do your thing. Be safe, man. And leave me a comment if you got any questions and anything you want me to talk about. All right?